now. So we have 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Okay, when it's 1 minute, say me.
Perfect.
You're not doing it, okay?
No, I got water.
We're fasting right now.
Fasting.
Ça va, c'est bien, Carl? Bagley was here earlier.
Just losing our mind. Check, check. Audio testing good?
Hold on. Okay.
Check, check.
Yep, we're good.
Audio testing good.
Hold on.
How many times we will stay tonight? About an hour. Oh, yeah. Time to smoke a steak. That's exactly right.
It's just like a squeeze bottle.
I got it. What? I've got Begley's.
So when Brandon comes back, you have to remind me how we say cheers again.
My name?
No, cheers.
Ah, yeah.
Toast.
Long vie.
Don't be.
You're right. What are you smoking, sir?
Oh, I'm smoking. These are both Principles.
Oh, yeah.
Principal Cochon Fallon.
Your partners told me about this one.
Yeah. And then this is called the Strap Hanger. So Brandon's just trying to cut this right down to the
To the what?
down to the brass tacks. Oh, made it.
What?
I think he got a few seconds left.
35 seconds.
Vas-y, lance. Et tu lances. Et regarde si t'as le son.
Would you mind repeating that?
Not at all.
Please.
22.
Yeah. Good.
Get rid of this. Drop this down 15 seconds.
T'as le son ou pas? Pas là?
5 seconds. We're good. Hey, we're gonna roll. There's no worries at all.
Yeah.
2, 1. What's up, boys?
What's going on?
What's up? What we're gonna do? Good, good.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this again here in a second. While we're kind of getting ready, why don't you just go ahead and hit share now? We have a very unique, very cool guest on
Very
our show
cool.
tonight, and actually we've never had a walk up, so we're gonna have somebody walking up with us here soon.
I think he's doing it on purpose so he can just like
Coming
He's
in,
present,
it's like,
yeah.
just ready to
Coming
rock,
in.
man, just badass all the way through. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is
It's close.
what is this?
This is Tuesday night Cigar Talk live at Industrial Cigars in Frisco, Texas. We're coming to you live from this beautiful, one of the
This is our
fastest
Tuesday get together where we get to smoke cigars with you beautiful people and these beautiful people and these
Those
beautiful
beautiful
people. We've got beautiful people all over.
It's pretty beautiful.
And I have a feeling that once camera goes on, we get moved, right? Adrian stays like this all the way through.
He's just he's the rock.
But we're gonna come back here. Oh, he said volume is low now. No problem at all. No problem at all. We're just gonna make a little
It
change.
is a little low.
Is it?
Well, you see how it's a little low?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna hop over here. Check this out, Sean Ratz. This is just for you. Volume is
How's
now
that?
bad.
Let's go clip.
Okay, not clipping, but we're in. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
We're waiting for our guest to come back in here. I'm gonna light up a cigar.
This reminds me of the time when I was working at ALA, and I was okay. So check this out. I'm doing MC at this leadership conference.
Yeah.
And the keynote speaker. This is the first time I've ever MC'd. Keynote speaker. I'm going through my speech. Hadn't even left his house yet. Oh. So I get done with all of the content, and all I see in the back is the production team just going like this.
Keep it going.
Go. Keep going. Keep going. There was no, usually I stand back there with a light.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it going. So,
I'm here. Finally.
welcome in. All right, so let's start this one more time. What's
so
up?
everybody's got a high five.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that's do
Yeah.
it again.
There it
Jesus
is.
Christmas. That was
Nice.
weak.
And cheers.
Sorry for this waiting.
Cheers.
So
cheers.
we have a
cheers.
French way of saying this. It's
Long vie.
long vie.
Long vie.
Yeah. Cheers.
Long vie.
Long vie. Thank you all for joining tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have, in addition to having basically half the United States watching us, we're gonna have almost all of France.
We might legitimately have all of France because Baptiste is with us from France.
Yeah. All the way.
Welcome. What an
Thank
honor
you.
it is to meet you. We've been looking forward to this for, what, a month now,
At
Adrian?
least, yeah.
Welcome in.
Thank you for your invitation. Really, I appreciate the room and like the feeling of this place. It's really good for me to be here.
It's home.
Thank you.
Make it your home while you're in Texas, for
Thank you.
sure. We're gonna get you lit up.
Tell the peanut butter and jelly sandwich story, Oliver. Oliver says, tell the peanut butter and jelly sandwich story. You know that one?
I have no idea what he's talking
All right. Jim Trader coming in Slackers.
What is it?
So we have our group of hooligans
Yeah.
about. Yes.
that join us every week for this.
Okay.
They come in constantly. The ones we like, we give a shout out to. Larry Adams, of course. Sam is in. Marty Upton's in. Johnny Goodner's in. Everybody, I mean, basically everybody's in right
But you talk about jelly sandwich? No.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh yeah,
It's
I know what it is.
you know
I
what it is?
But what's
None of
what
us
are you
know.
talking about?
Oh,
Okay.
none of us-
We speak English. We have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, that's okay.
So,
That's not just me.
No, it's not just you.
but I'm going to give you a lighter so you can light your cigar.
Thank you.
Can I take 1 second and just brag about this new lighter that we just got?
What, because it's French?
It is French. S.G. Dupont.
Yeah.
How do you
Right?
say it?
Dupont is Dupont.
You do it.
S.G. Dupont.
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 You're right.
DuPont. All right, so, but this is brand new. It actually says special something or other on the package. But it is a soft flame.
Oh, that's
And
special.
here's what I like, because when I do a soft flame, I like soft flame.
Yeah.
But when I puff, I blow it out. Watch.
It won't blow.
Oh,
Wow. Is this brand Chromium here?
it is common here.
It is, yeah.
We see it often.
It is expensive.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's manufactured, handcraft. It's French handcrafting, so that's why it's
It
expensive.
makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some of their
really
lighters
is.
are,
Oh, this is-
Incredible.
It's the Dupont.
yeah.
Very nice.
Do.
You see how he looks?
Do.
No, you say it.
Dupont?
You said it good. Yeah, I think
You say it. Shit.
you have a pretty good
I said it
French-
shit. What are
He
you
said
talking
it.
about?
No,
Is
no,
mine good?
I don't
Did he
say
say it
that.
like
I
shit?
don't say that.
Dupont. Dupont.
But I say Adrien has a pretty good French because when he say longue vie or Dupont, he's in a good way. You have a good accent.
Thank you.
Wow.
You probably speak a better French than some guy living in French during lunchtime. So
They probably speak better Spanish than you, though.
Oh no,
Probably, yeah.
I didn't speak Spanish.
You don't speak Spanish?
No,
These guys
I'm
speak
not,
Spanish.
I'm not living on this part of France. I'm from the north, so Spain is like 800 kilometers. Don't ask me in miles. I don't know.
Long
but
ways.
Spain is a far country for me.
Mm.
I took German in the college.
Okay.
Don't ask me why, but I took German.
So what is he saying? Sam is coming in.
He tried to say something in French, but
Yeah, Sam the scientist. Google something else, man.
he tried to ask me, "Oh, I'm doing." That's what I guess, but it is really not good writing.
So how would you? Yeah.
The smartest guy that watches the show.
Yeah, he does quantum physics in his spare time. But he doesn't
When he's
speak,
not busy.
he doesn't practice.
You say what?
French.
Quantum physics and what?
Quantum physics, when he's not working,
Yeah.
he's practicing quantum physics.
Yeah.
So he is a
Just-
very
just-
smart guy.
Science.
We smoke cigars.
Yeah.
He does quantum physics.
Yes, but it is the same
So
thing.
how about some of this? We got
It's
puppets.
a high steam You just say hi Tim,
Okay.
and it's the same saying hi Tim, like hi Tim.
The same thing?
Yeah, yeah.
We got
it's
the
same thing in
French.
a different way.
French
okay.
is like
Yeah.
coming across the borders.
You know
Hard.
what? You know what?
They're
I bet I
coming
know
in.
one of the questions because they come from France.
What?
Okay, this is earlier than we usually ask
Yeah.
these questions.
Okay.
But let's just ask one of them and we'll move on and come back. Okay? Every week we ask 3 questions.
I'm a little afraid about what you will be
No, I wouldn't
say.
Yeah.
You should
Because,
be.
because you do like a teasing of the 3 questions. So
Yes. The 3 questions are very important to understand your character, your culture,
Oh yeah.
who you are as a human being, what kind of boyfriend are you, what kind of father, everything about you will know in these 3 questions.
3 questions.
Okay.
Sometimes 4.
We
We'll
have
throw a 5th in there.
There
once in a
is
while.
there, but let's be.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You
I
can,
believe you are.
you can throw your shit.
Okay. The first question. UFOs. Do they
I
exist?
don't believe it.
Yes. UFOs. Don't believe in it.
Nah.
Because you've never seen it?
Because nobody never seen it. It's just like astronomic phenomenon, you know, and people are like, oh, look at this is a UFO. No, this is like a star,
It's a
or
star.
something else,
Yeah.
or shit in the sky. But this is definitely not a UFO, you know.
Space shuttle broke
You know,
down.
if we live in the 60s, maybe I will, you know, trust about UFO.
Yeah.
But no, everybody has a 4K camera, and all of this footage is like something deep shit security camera on the front of your back.
version of me,
You know, on the front of your backyard. That's, and what about all the video editors? What about all the smartphones?
Thank
Just
you.
disappear like
Thank you.
UFO come.
I want to be clear. You sound exactly like this.
Yeah, you're like the version of
No.
me.
There is no French version or Mexican version. They're just the same person. You sound the same thing. And you know what? Depends on the day, but I'm with you guys right now.
Thank you.
But doesn't he
I-
get all riled up like that?
Yes. No, he does.
That's he gets very excited when he
Yeah.
talks about. Starts speaking bad words in Spanish. The whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Man, we got a lot of people coming in telling us what they're smoking tonight. We got, hey, it's good to see Pops is in with a Southern Draw, of course. And we've got a bunch of gym traders in. It's
Gym
Rax
trader.
is smoking a Luciano, and Kathleen, of course, is in, and JP is in, and Oliver is in. Oliver is actually, I think he does some French.
Oh, yeah.
So he may try to
Oh, his
impress
name-
you with some of his France
But
speaking.
How do you say-
you know, a lot of people can just use Google Translate and try to impress us, you know.
Not Sam, obviously.
Oh, yeah, not this guy.
Sam used the wrong.
Oh yeah,
word.
not this guy. Yeah, no, not this guy.
So on my channel, we got a lot of French coming in. Hola, Baptiste.
But
Salut,
it's
Baptiste.
it's 3 a.m. So that's
Well, I mean, look.
you know French people have so more trouble in their lives that at 3 a.m. they're just waking up,
awesome.
So,
watching
yeah,
some
so we're
podcasts
seeing-
because we have too many problems, I think.
So
Really?
So he has like a gazillion followers, and he lit his phone up in France. We got stuff coming in here, screaming in from France. So Texas, it's time for you to step up.
Step up.
Let's start sharing this thing. Let's show France that Texas knows how to
But
come
you
to
know,
a party.
it's not fair because in Texas you're only 28 million and we are 68. So you know, probably there is a lot of chance that French people goes in live that, but
It's still 3
like
a.m.
I say, it's still 3 a.m. Yeah.
Can I ask about the cigar culture
You
in
don't
France?
want to ask the 3 other question?
No. We'll
No,
come
no,
back
no.
to that.
Just the
We want you to,
Okay.
yeah, we want you to start sweating. a little bit.
We'll come back. Yeah. Okay, so that's a hard no. Adrian's with you, a hard no. Just so you know who you're sitting with. It's important. Pops, what are you on this scale, 1 to 10?
I'm a 7, 8.
That you believe they're here.
Oh no, I know they're here. I've met some of them, and I think redheads are aliens, and I think that Elon Musk is an alien. I think Bill Gates is an alien.
Don't say that because some French people will really trust you. You know? because I have to say something to you, gentlemen. I have something to say to you. You know, Texas it is like a state where you have a lot of a high level school. You know, but I don't want to be rude, but it's not all American people who's like this. You know,
Yeah.
the whole time first American people I meet was like totally dumb, you know, and so a lot of French people think
I'm sorry, will you say that one more time? I didn't quite understand.
Totally.
the whole
dumb.
dumb, like silly or
Yeah.
something. Because, you know, and I think a lot of French people would never come in America thinks all American as like the Kardashian, you know, like people from TV reality. So when you say like Elon Musk is an alien, I think maybe some French people will think you really trust it, you know? Because the all-time first American people I met was in an airport for a powerlifting competition back in the day in England. And the guy asked me, where are you from? And I say, France. And he said, yeah, but what is your country? And I say, still France. And he say, is it a country? And I say, yes. Europe is not your country? And I say, no. And he said, are you sure? Am I sure of my country? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you know.
That guy's from Iowa.
But for excuse them, they was from New York. So
worse.
that explains.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So we do have a celebrity. Bear Grylls is in.
Bear Grylls is in.
Bear
What's
Grylls
up?
is in. Jim Trader's
Welcome
in.
in.
Mark Meyer's in. God, everybody is smoking some good cigars.
Is Bear
Oliver's
Grylls an
throwing
alien?
out a we, like he's going we. Oliver, trying to show off. We.
I think, what's his last name?
I don't know. It's
Nemo?
foreign. I don't know. It's French.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
How would you pronounce this guy's
Someone
last
is
name?
not really good. That's what they say, but
How would you pronounce that guy's last name?
Niveau.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
No, I'm sorry, guys. It's Beer Grylls, not Bear Grylls.
Oh, I thought he was going to be, eating the eyeball out of some animal.
No, he is. Yeah, without a doubt.
So
Again,
no,
glad to
So
have
yeah,
you. Glad to
yeah.
have
Your
you.
second question never comes.
Oh no,
no, and I'm sorry that people in France do think, but somebody proved me wrong that Elon Musk isn't an alien, or at least doesn't have direct communication with him, because he is getting all of the information up front.
Look,
He didn't learn this stuff.
But is he not
He was trained.
coming in Texas?
he is in Texas.
He's coming in Texas because I read that it because Californian government like lockdown, and so he want to still open, and Governor Greg Abbott asked him to come, and
Yep. There's a lot of opportunity here in Texas.
That's
Actually,
right.
a lot of I overheard what you were saying about the French culture in your country right now, and we see a lot of that in California.
yeah.
The not to get too political on it, but some of the policies there make it so people not only do they want to leave, but they have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those people are coming to Texas.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
I'm curious, from a cigar perspective, what is the cigar culture like in France, or your part of France rather?
It's pretty like all the traditional thing. Back in the day, France was a real cigars land, because when cigars come in Europe, we have to be back in 1600, Spanish people come from South America with tobacco in Europe, and they start to sell cigars, and so they arrive in France by the soldiers, and the first time cigars was selling in France is under the first empire, Napoleon. Okay, they make like an empire company of tobacco, and they sell cigars. So we're smoking cigars since like maybe the 18th centuries. A lot of old school men. What I mean when I say old school men, traditional men smoke cigars in France, particularly in the country. In a business like here in business culture, So it was really often. But in 1984, we put a law that makes tobacco illegal in restaurants, pretty like here, in
Right.
restaurant, in all this way. So you have to take your time to smoke cigarettes. But in France, that's not the same weather than here. It rains a lot. Where I live, it's raining 200 times by year. Yeah.
Very wet.
So you cannot smoke outside, you cannot smoke inside because it's illegal, so you have to smoke at your home, but often your wife don't want, no?
yeah.
So people start not smoking cigarettes because they don't have place or time to do it. And so the children don't hear about this culture. But there is a restart, a really big revival,
Okay.
Not just because of my channel, but I participate at this because I have a famous YouTube channel in France who's called Bench and Cigars because at the start I was talking about bench press and cigars, and so a lot of young people following me start to rediscover, that's what we say, rediscover cigars and make a way younger the people who smoke cigars. So I think cigars will revive soon.
And over there, are you most of the cigars that are being smoked are Cuban cigars, or are you also getting Nicaraguan and Dominican cigars?
We don't have this embargo, so you have Cuban cigar everywhere, and a lot of people like just focusing about Cuban cigar, like the Cuban meat, So a lot of people don't just want to smoke cigars, but it's most in the old generation. For young people, they just rediscover, like I said, cigars, so they don't have the stereotype about cigar. So they just discover it, and being honest, there is a lot of really cool thing in Dominican, in Nicaraguan. So I think for the young generation, it's half-half, but for the whole generation, it definitely Cuban was was the leader of the market.
Yeah.
That really is interesting.
Can you ask just if all your followers understand me when I'm speaking? Because I'm not sure someone with my
I'm pretty
pronunciation.
confident that nobody's actually they just turn it on to put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we don't do this for them. We do this with them.
Okay.
We do this.
We want to do
because-
this.
Yeah, we honestly, just to give you an idea.
But I'm sorry if someone does have some difficulty to understand me.
Your English is fantastic.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'm very impressed. French.
You have to
and-
call my English teacher back in the day I was in the in college and said it to me. Say it to him.
Yeah, I'll write him a note in English.
We've had American guests here that you speak better than them on the show. Yeah.
I can pick out
Particularly after
Yeah.
a few bottles get in.
Oh yeah.
You have to say some name
Oh.
of this guy.
He knows who he is, right?
Everybody knows?
You say it, I'm not saying
There's
it.
been a few. Yeah, even
all
they're
of these
saying,
people,
yeah.
loud and clear. I hear, I'm listening.
Oliver says, no, bro, impressive.
He speaks better English than I do, and I'll testify for that.
Yeah.
John Ratz, I know
Sean,
him.
I haven't understood a word he said in 3 years.
No, 928.
928,
Oh, cool, I get
yeah.
that.
That's about it.
Thank you.
Your English is fantastic. Fantastic. Glad to have you here. And
So you're going to be in Texas for a while.
I'm just here. No, I'm here since 6 days, but I'm
Okay.
staying the months. But I come each year,
Okay.
except during COVID period because
Right.
your border was closed
Right.
for your people.
yeah.
It was closed.
It was closed for us to get back into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my boys bought me a trip to Europe for my birthday.
He's never been to Europe.
I've never been to Europe. So I was all ready to go, and France had gotten shut down. We were going to go to France and Switzerland and other places. So people we know in Switzerland said, wait till next year. So we're waiting till...
And go
till
to
this year.
Switzerland is like the place to be if you want to smoke cigars in Europe. It's like the capital of cigars. It's like 5 hours of my home, so I go often in Geneva. You say Geneva?
Yeah.
There is a lot of really good thing and really good place to smoke. I think you will enjoy it. Maybe
Perfect.
you can come with me when I'm coming back.
Perfect.
At the end of the month.
I don't know how you want that
Come
on.
with me.
That was the original. So he's not good at receiving gifts.
Ah, yeah?
So we all put together this plan. The plan was to just kick him out of the country. See you later.
You know,
But-
you
but-
have 10 hours of playing.
Yeah, I understand.
That's-
that I understand.
But we give him this gift. It was this. We were sending Dad to Europe for the first time. He received this gift like shit. He's like, I can't do this. What? I can't go to Europe. What? I just gotta leave everything. I gotta go to
It's
Europe.
an expensive gift.
Well, it
You don't
was
care
for,
about it.
No, in all fairness, it was for 25 days.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's here for a month.
I
Yeah, and
understand that.
sometimes,
I understand that.
Sometimes I'm staying like 3 or 4 months.
See?
Yeah. Okay.
What else you got? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just
Talk
saying.
about it.
For me to get off, I have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
This one and another one, and to get that time off, I was able to get it done, but I still had that.
He has never
Spread
gone on a
your wings, right.
vacation in my entire life and probably his entire life for more than 7 days.
No.
Entire life.
But you actually, what we do, that's actually a job for you. It's your job. So you know your job is half a vacation.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's right. But I'm expected to show up on vacation every once in a while.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. When you get up to France, why don't you figure
I
out
will.
what to do in France?
I definitely want to get your information so when we go to
Yeah.
France.
If
You
you
tell me
come,
where I need
you
to go.
sure text me and I will show you the really good place in France.
Awesome.
I really know this country.
What's up, Adrian?
Dude, thank you for being here. This is great. I mean, I love it. There were some comments in French. Hello.
It's a lot of guys just saying hi.
Okay. Oh. What's the most famous brand of cigars made in USA or Texas?
The most famous cigars made
Drew Estate now?
Yeah.
made in the USA.
Yeah.
They're-
Drew Estate, it's made on USA or not?
There's only one. Actually, there's only one cigar that I know of that's actually the tobacco is grown in the United States and made here, and that's Florida sun grown.
Because when you say Connecticut tobacco, it doesn't come from Connecticut.
The seed does, and then they'll typically plant the seed in other countries.
Okay.
Ecuador, the Dominican, wherever.
Okay. Yeah, and that's generally, as I learned not too long ago, more of a color than anything. The way that they grade the tobacco at the end, of course, it may come from a Habano or whatever, but when the ladies are looking, and they're all ladies that are in the sorting room, if it is a lighter shade, they'll shade that as a Connecticut, even if it's off a different. It could be off a broadleaf tobacco plant, but if it's lighter, then it's usually in that Connecticut range. But yeah, that's a good question. And actually, Oliver could actually weigh in and see if he knows. He's actually the national sales director for that company, Atabay, United Cigar Group, Selected Tobacco. He would probably have a good idea.
I'm just thinking about the qualifier I'm using is tobacco grown in the United States and the cigar made here. Because there are companies that roll cigars here, but they're bringing in tobacco from
Yeah, because
the
there is
growing region.
Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley does a cigar for Texas. It's like Texas Lancero. Did you ever try it?
But that's produced in Nicaragua.
Yeah, that's produced in Nicaragua, but it's only for Texas, I think. Now,
Yeah, there are some that do that, but actually Oliver has a question for you. What are your top 3 cigars?
it's a damn
It's-
difficult question.
How do you like that one?
I like it, but I think I have to go more far.
Do you like a fuller bodied cigar? Stronger?
Yeah, I prefer stronger cigars. Yeah,
Stronger
and you
body.
know what? I will answer, but just before I want to say something. It's that I have the habitude. You say habitude?
Mhm.
Habitude.
Amateur?
Like, what do you say?
Amateur?
No, like I do often something you do often.
Oh,
What do you say?
yeah, a habit.
Habit. Have the habit to smoke strong cigars. So my mouth have the habit. So sometimes when I'm smoking like lighter cigar, like medium something, I just cannot enjoy fully, and it's shade. You know, you have to not doing it. I think because I love stronger cigars, so I take the habit to smoke only stronger. And you think you don't have to do that because after you have some difficulty to enjoy some lighter cigars because it's like it missed something. You know.
Yep.
So if I have to be a top three, it's difficult, but I can say that my cigars, like all day cigars, is Horatio and Horatio. It's the Pierre Sled edition. It's a French edition. I don't know if you have it here. It's Pierre Sled. It's like a short one with a ring of 50.
Okay.
And it is like it tests a lot of pepper. Like this is medium strong with a lot of spicy, a lot of I don't know. You say it, you know.
Pepper.
Like, yeah, pepper and you know like not the dirt, but you know the
Earth.
ground, earth,
Earthy.
a lot of earthy,
Earth,
earthy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my whole day cigars, you know. I love the Pleasantria Alma Fuerte. I love it. Maybe my father. I like Le Bijou, La Grande Oferta, and the Judge. It's
Yeah.
one
Big
of-
palate.
you know,
Big palate.
Yeah.
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 Horatio?
Yeah, Horatio, yeah. And there is an edition it's called Pierre Sled. It's a sports commentator in France who loves cigars, so they make an edition for him, and it's pretty good.
Okay.
Maybe hang on to that and see if we can look at that line.
Yeah.
Oh, that? Yeah, so you like bigger, fuller cigars.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because I know very little about France, but from just French pastries, from the French delicacies, I would picture the palate for the general
It's
French
fine.
palate to be finer, right? More refined.
But you know, in cigar, you can have some strong thing was already was fine, you know, like strong and fine. Like I say with the Pleasantria, the Alma Fuerte is pretty strong, but it's really fine, you know. So I think
Smooth.
it's
He's
yeah,
thinking smooth. You're thinking that pastry, that light,
yeah.
like
that airiness, the la pâtissier.
Because
La Pâtissier.
You know,
is-
yes. You know, if you la pâtissier, you know what it means? It means a baker.
baker,
The baker.
yes.
You know, if you take this scotch, I'm drinking this one. You know, it's a peated, really peated scotch from Scotland. Laphroaig is one of the best distillery you can find. Come from Highlight, an island in Scotland. You know, it's for some like for a bourbon drinker. It's pretty strong, you know. It's strong because it's heavily peated, high degrees of alcohol, but the taste is really fine, yeah. You know. So I think this is not antinomic. We say antinomic? No. This is not like dichotomic. You don't say that now.
How would you say that? Yeah,
This is not-
mutually exclusive, I suppose.
This is no
Yeah. You don't-
opposites. This is not opposites.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I think the challenge is finding very fine, strong cigars.
Yeah.
You
it's a
can
ch-
find
it's a
very
challenge.
shitty, strong cigars.
All right. Easily.
I mean,
I'll
that's
tell you, and you have not smoked it yet, but the cigar that Luciano is doing for us is a very elegant, strong cigar.
Yeah. You can.
It's super
You can do it. You can do it.
But it's definitely
But
stronger than what I was.
you know, it's like us people. We're like strong men, but elegant.
like who?
Like us. we're like strong,
No,
but,
you're strong.
but elegant.
This is yeah.
I'm right.
You're right. Yeah.
That's what we tell people. They just don't believe us.
They just don't understand that they're not refined themselves.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, we're trying to class this place.
Hey, Adrian, why don't you throw a question two?
Yeah, we got question 2 coming on, and hopefully it translates the same. But so we already know you don't believe in UFOs,
No.
like me. Do you believe in ghosts?
You know, I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
Yeah, and not just as a Sunday. I'm a real Catholic. Like,
Okay.
you know, I trust in God.
Me
and,
too.
And
Yeah.
I go to church every Sunday, and I'm a traditional Catholic. I go to the mass in Latin language. You know, so
Okay.
I'm a real Catholic. So it's not about trusting or not trusting. You know, I know that people when he's dying, you know, the spirit is just
Yeah.
far off from
Yeah.
the body. But the question is if its ghost can like talk to us or something.
Yeah.
That's the real question. Not
Yeah.
if it ghost just exists, because if they exist in a different world, we cannot just saw it. That's not make an important question, you know.
Yeah.
The question is if we can talk to him like with Ouija and some shit like this. And I don't trust this. You
Do
know?
you believe, as a sidestep, do you believe that there is some connection to the spiritual world?
I think we can have like connection. You know, I trust a lot about blood. So I think we're like in a connection with our ancestor. But it can be in a different way, you know. I feel really connected with my ancestor, especially when I'm in France, in my land, you know, or in my church, or I can feel it. I can feel the weight of my story, you know, because you people can feel it. And you only have like, it's not disrespectful, but you only have like 250 years of history,
Right.
you know? Like I'm living in a country with 4,000 years of history, you know? When I'm walking just on the street, I saw everywhere like cultural thing, like my ancestors thing. So I feel connected by us. And back in the day, I was competing in powerlifting. When I have to live, when I have to do something really hard, you know, I feel it. I feel my connection. So, in a way, I'm trusting it. But
That's-
not like in the ghost movie or some shit like it. Like, your grandmother, be you here? Oh yeah, I can feel you. No, I don't trust this shit.
We're the same.
Yeah,
We're the same.
Yeah.
I think the same.
He saw a demon, baby.
it's my brother from another mother.
That's right.
You want to tell him the demon baby story then?
I mean, I could.
Catholic to
but
Catholic?
Yeah, so the same thing. I
You're
don't believe
Catholic?
in ghosts. I'm Catholic. But one time I was visiting Chicago, and we parked in a parking lot, and then I looked over to this car that was parked next to us, and I saw this little baby that was maybe 1 year old, 2 year old, and I was like, look at that cute baby, and then it had teeth, and like sharp teeth, and I went home.
Like a demon.
Yeah, I went home, prayed the rosary, and that was the last time I saw it. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, you was in Chicago, and a lot of people smoking weed in Chicago. So maybe on the car, just parking, just near you, there is a guy smoking a bang, and you just
know what?
rest
This is crack
his
baby.
smoke.
Crack babies.
Yeah,
are
that's
crack
what it
babies.
was.
Babies
It's a
on
crack baby?
Yeah, crack baby.
Simply, it's just simply
Yes.
a crack baby. You know,
Okay.
not a ghost.
And here we thought it was a demon.
That's
Just a crack
That's my
baby.
new story. I'm sticking to it.
Don't be afraid. It's a crack
So,
baby.
All right.
Hey,
Solve that
we
problem.
got that solved. Don't need
Yeah.
to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got a comment coming in from Theo. I don't know if you can read that.
Since you're here, what is the best moment or the best meets you do? And thanks for your job. That's the question, basically.
What's
You
the best
understand? He asked me what the best moment I live since I'm in Texas, or
Okay.
where is the best meet? You know, like a
Barbecue.
No, like meet M-E-E-T.
Oh, meet.
Oh, people you've
Who
met.
you've met.
Met,
Yeah.
yeah. I did.
Well, this place.
No,
And then
no shit, this place is really good. You know, I did a lot of cigar lunch again around Texas. I was in a cigar lunch 2 days ago in Fort Worth. 2 days ago I was in one in Harlington. So you have like in Texas like the beautiful cigar lunch I saw in my entire life. Even in Switzerland they don't have it. You have really a good place here. But this one it's really like pretty good because you put on quality, you know, really on quality, and I don't know how to say it, but you know your shit, you know. So
that's how you say
Makes
it.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah. Everyone understood that.
Yes, definitely.
Well, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Have you had Texas barbecue since you've been here?
Yeah, a lot. But I come in Texas every year, and so every year, all my friends, I'm saying, "Oh, you have to try this. This is the best barbecue." And another guy, "Oh, you have to try this. This is the best
everybody
barbecue."
has the
But
best
it's
barbecue.
never the same barbecue restaurant. It's always another barbecue, but it's still the best.
Yep.
So I think I'll try like 4 or 5 best barbecue in Texas.
Yeah, there are about 100 best barbecues.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had Hutchins barbecue yet? Hutchins.
What is it?
It's actually it's
is
right
the name
up
of
the street.
city?
No, it's the name of the restaurant.
Oh, I never
right up the
come.
street.
It's my first time in Frisco, so
Ah.
I will try it.
It's good.
Very good. It's very good. Let's see. Beer Grylls. I want to visit Industrial Cigar Company one day soon when I get a chance to get that way. Would be nice to meet some brothers at Leaf. Hey, you have a home here.
You got it.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Truly. Truly.
Watch our Facebook page. We have a group of guys coming up that come up twice a year from San Antonio.
Yeah. He's in San Antonio.
Okay, so the Gold Leaf Cigar Club, these guys, they carpool, they rent RVs, but they'll get, I think the last time we had 26 that came up, and my wife makes some breakfast. They come up on Friday, start drinking, and then head home on Sunday and go home with a full belly and a whole bunch of cigars and have a good time. So
Yeah.
if you're down in San Antonio, connect with the Gold Leaf Cigar Club. If you don't already know those guys, Tom Householder and those guys are
We'll get you
solid
connected
area.
if not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit him.
Number 3.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't-
I'm thinking he's gonna.
This is the next
No,
question.
this is question number 3.
And
I'm
there's
just not sure how
3
it
or 4?
Well, we'll come up with some other ones, but
Okay.
let's go with these 3.
Oh,
So
yeah.
in the United States, there is this beast called Sasquatch or Bigfoot or the Yeti or the maybe it's the Yeti where you're
Is
at.
all your question like that?
Yes.
Like, are you trusting this shit? Are you trusting this shit? You know what?
I love this guy.
There he is. They got pictures.
We can be more quickly. I don't trust any of this fucking shit. Any shit. Yeti, ghost, alien, like reptilian, flat Earth, something you want.
Oh shit! You just answered number 4. Is the Earth flat?
I didn't.
I guess
trust
good flat
any
Earth
other
is
thing.
out.
I like just an educated guy. I go to school and I trust what my mother said. So it's
There you
okay
go.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeti. Yes. Big.
I thought we were going to get the whole 4K camera story.
Is someone still trusting
Oh,
about
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bigfoot?
Oh, yeah.
There's TV shows.
And you have another thing like chupacabra, something like
It's
that.
Mexican.
It's a Mexican Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's.
No, it's more of a gnarly dog, isn't it? Chupacabra.
I think it had a coyote made.
Coyote,
really.
like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just.
big coyote or something.
Yeah, they just made that up so they could pass legislation.
I'm a hunter, and sometimes you find some deer who have like, I don't know,
Mange.
a lot of mutation.
Yeah.
That's maybe they just made like a weird coyote with some mutation and
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Hey,
That's
man.
probably what it is.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Right? No, there's a whole story about it. Beer Grylls coming in. The chupacabra is real, bro. It's a goat dog vampire bat.
I think Bear got
San
bit by
Antonio.
one.
San Antonio.
Yeah, Bear got bit by one.
Beer.
Yeah.
Beer.
Grylls. I like this
Beer
guy.
Grylls. Come on up.
You ask this three question at every guy who comes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If there is one guy who answers he trusts of all of it, is there one guy you met trust
yeah.
all of it?
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. Mark.
Well, Mark
Yeah.
is all in. Who was?
If they believe in Bigfoot, they believe in the rest.
He's like he's like in a low IQ. That's what we say.
yes. Yes. That's why I believe in it. So
Because I trust on it. I
So-
trust on low IQ. They definitely exist.
So yes. We prove that on a daily basis. Yeah. Low IQ. That is
Makes
definitely the qualifier. But we had a guy here. His name's very similar to yours, Alex Baptista. And Alex is an executive with a software company. Brilliant guy.
Yeah.
And we asked him about ghosts, and he sat quietly and then he admitted he actually was a ghost hunter. He would go out to find ghosts. So
Here in the United States, we have comfortable lives. When your life is too comfortable,
Yeah, you when you don't have any trouble, you're looking for that.
you look for. Yes, that's
Yeah.
a good way to put it.
When you have time for that, because when you have, like, in my country, I pay 75% of taxes. When you pay 75% of taxes, ghost is not any problem. You know, I don't care about ghost.
No,
you don't
you
care
have a tax
about
problem.
Bigfoot. You know,
yeah, you don't have a Bigfoot problem. You
Yeah.
have a tax
when you
problem.
have riots on the street, you know, like some violence, you don't care about Bigfoot. Like Bigfoot is welcome to my country. You know, they can come. I don't give a fuck about it.
Hang on, you pay 75% taxes there?
When you win a lot of money, that's what you do. Yeah,
That's nuts.
Whoa,
Crazy.
that's socialism.
That's
guy.
California.
that's socialism.
Yeah.
That's socialism.
Yeah.
You know, California is pretty like France 20 years ago. So I know the future. If Californian guy just following the life, I know your future guy, and this is not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Don't come to Texas.
no. Stay here. You're good.
No. So Juan Mendoza is in, who's
I connect
Gold Leaf. Okay, so make sure Bear rides up with you when you guys come up. And then Oliver is asking, how does it compare the drivers in the U.S. to the drivers in Europe? Drivers. How do the drivers compare in the U.S. compared to Europe?
It's difficult to say compared to the US because in the US it's pretty different from you know, if you're driving in the metroplex of Dallas is not like driving in New York. You know, it's pretty different. But I will compare with Texas. You know, like Texas, driving in Texas, it feels like heaven for me, like paradise, because you cannot imagine you 28 million on a place who's 1.5 bigger than France. Okay, we are 68 million. So can you imagine 68 million of car driving on a country little than Texas? And we have on the government some Dane ecologists who just, you know, they're saying that if they close road, we will not use our cars anymore and start to going to our job with a bicycle. But that's not how it works, because you know, like you're a welder or something like it, you cannot just bring your materials on a bicycle. That makes no sense.
Well, it rains 200 days a year.
Yeah, yes, you say it to the Paris mayor, you know. So it's like fucking hell in France to drive, and you have a lot of road rage, a lot more, because we have a lot of violence more than him. You know, people are you know, we don't have a gun in France, and that makes a difference, because here, if you get any trouble with another car driver, you know, it can be far away. You know, it can be maybe baddest. You know, but in France, I will say to you an example. Back in the day, like 2 months ago, I was driving in the traffic. Or there's always traffic in France, but I was driving, and so I'm just waiting, and a guy in a scooter, you know, just come into the cars, you know, because they do this in France, and because I have a big car, it can just not pass, you know. So he hit on my car for me to you know, to move, just hit. So I say to him something like "go fuck yourself" or something like that. He just take a knife and just he rip all my cars and leave. This is what we live every damn day. Every damn day. You have this kind of shit every damn day. It's like,
You're kidding. That is,
I know, you know, it's just like hell.
That
you
guy
know,
wouldn't make it
you
very
know, my
far in
girlfriend
Texas.
just don't
He'd
want
be
to drive.
shot by the time he got two cars
She
up
don't
there.
want to drive anymore because it's too more stress, you know. And another thing, I will shock you. The gasoline price is actually $12 the gallon. Actually,
$12 a gallon.
yeah. But we you know, we get paid or less more than you know, like a little less than you, like the average pay for French people, I think it's maybe $1,600, something like it. So for a guy who win $1,600, how can he pay a dang $12 gallon?
No.
That's not possible anymore, you know. So that's what driving is in France,
Wow.
like a nightmare.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
It is.
I couldn't imagine.
It is.
I wouldn't be driving a Raptor. You wouldn't be driving a Ferrari.
When
No.
I'm here, sometimes I'm in Dallas, and people say, "Oh, it's a nightmare to drive in Dallas." This is not. This is really not. You know, I was in
Yeah.
traffic, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in holidays." You know, even in traffic, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We would say.
And
that,
you
right?
people
if we
all
drove
have-
into Dallas. I mean, we'd be like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Spend 5 minutes in traffic. Right?
Yeah.
If you're stopped in traffic, if anyone ever comes to a stop because of traffic, they're upset.
And you
That's-
people all have automatic car, but in France, maybe 90% is manual. So you know what it is to have a manual in traffic, like 1, 2, 1, 2, and with
Yeah.
your foot, this one, this one, this one. It's like an aerobic, you know,
Yeah.
aerobic gym, you know.
Little aerobic workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, I
So
wouldn't-
why the hell 68 million people? Why don't they leave? Because it doesn't say, you haven't given me a really good reason to stay.
Or go.
You got socialism, you got $1,600 and you're paying $12
In
a
reality,
gallon.
in reality, a
But
lot.
they don't
of-
have barbecue.
In reality, a lot of French people is leaving each day, but there is most guy who come than guy will leave. You know, we have like maybe something like 1 million French people was going over, but there is like 2 million of immigrants was coming.
Because you're close to everything. Or is it because it's too easy to get in?
Yeah, we just have no border, just no border.
Wow.
You need a wall.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
It's so funny, these concepts that you speak about are concepts that we're speaking about often.
Yeah.
And certain concepts are deemed one way or another, negative.
I think it's interesting to speak between Texas people, French people, because I live in probably the most socialist country in the world. You know, we're more socialist than China. That's a reality. That's numbers, because our government weighed 60% of economy in France, and in China it's only 45%. So we are more communist than China. You know? So I know what socialism do. You know, I know it. You know, you can explain to me that it's a good thing or fine thing like Obamacare and something, but I live in it. I know what is it.
Yeah.
It's a shit. You know, it just take my country and fall into the doom.
So how do you take that for? Yeah. So welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
But what's your approach on that? How do you process that? What is your current mode of operation when you see your country going a certain direction?
Our hope.
What's your hope?
There is. This is the election actually in France of the new president. I think the first one will be in 1 week, and the second one like in 3 weeks, something like that. We have a guy, a good guy, he's a challenger. He's pretty like Donald Trump because he's not a politician. You know, he's like it's a journalist, like the most conservative journalist we ever had in France. He's really, really famous. He sells 400,000 of books, so he's really famous, and he just run for the president. You know, actually, and there is a lot of people who's following him a lot. But the problem in France are where you have on one side you have the conservative guy, you know. On the other side you have the immigrant, because the immigrant votes in France. You have the immigrants, you have the traitors like socialists who live in city, and on the middle you have just people who don't vote, and they represent 60% of people didn't vote. So we're not enough to put a guy of our side at the government.
Yeah.
So you have a chance to win, but it's maybe something like one chance on 5.
Well, and you don't have a border
No.
because they let the immigrants vote, and they're giving them
Yeah.
what they think is everything for
They're
free.
looking about
So they're buying the votes. in a
Yeah,
sense.
that's exactly that.
Yeah.
They're buying, and you know, they're buying the support of the big companies because they take some immigrants, putting in the big companies, so they have workers for basically free.
free.
And so the big companies like finance, you know, the government, and this is a cycle. This is an evil cycle. So how can you win against this without doing some revolution or something like it? But you know, France have a real story of revolution. So 80 years ago, government decided to just demilitarize. You say that demilitarize
Yeah.
France, because France back in the 50s, back in the 50s, was the most militarized country in the whole world. We have the more numbers of guns for people in all the world. Back in the 50s, actually there is no guns in France. There is only 1 million people who have guns in France on 68 million. So you can do
You can't fight back.
or you want to do a revolution with what? With a spoon? No, it's just not possible.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, we
What
fought-
did they
we
do with the
fought.
guns?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they did with the guns? Did they destroy them? You would think there would be.
I don't know exactly.
Tens of
I don't know
millions.
exactly because it was in the 50s, you know. So I
Yeah.
don't know exactly. I have to look for, but I don't know exactly yet. He probably destroyed it after World War II.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, imagine there was a lot of stuff that was left there, and because it was France was right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you. And one thing that we did last year is we did a barrel pick with a.
What is it?
A barrel pick. So just like that barrel, we
That's a
Oh,
whiskey
barrel.
whiskey barrel.
Okay.
So we selected one as a group with a whiskey group here called Someone Say Whiskey, and we worked with Woodford, and we did this really unique rye, and it's beautiful. Yeah, taste is fantastic. So we got the barrel in, and then once we actually had the barrel, we worked with a manufacturer called Principal Cigars, and we took those cigars
Oh yeah.
and then we put them in the barrel.
for a finishing cask.
Exactly. So we did that with cigars. So just as a welcome to the family, we want to give you the last bottle in existence of Secretariat is the pick
Thank
of our Woodford Rye,
Thank you.
and as well as a couple of the cigars that lived in the barrel itself.
Well, thank you, guys.
That
It's
is-
it's a rye whiskey, so it's a whiskey, but not with malt. I'm right.
It's got a little bit of rye to it,
Oh yes.
a little
thank
bit of
you.
spice to it, but that is,
And then the
Thank
cigars, no one has those cigars, right?
No.
I'm not sure
You're probably
anybody
the
has.
first one.
Yeah,
with those
I'm-
cigars.
I appreciate it really.
No.
Thank you.
So Oliver is the head of this company,
Oh yeah.
and he's coming in next week, and from Boston, and he's asking.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And he's asking if you're going to be here next week.
With pleasure.
I'd love for you to meet Oliver. He is a great guy.
Is he going to range day?
I don't know. So I have a range day on the 14th.
I have to just check. My phone was
Okay.
easier, but I have to check my
I'll
schedule.
send you the information.
Schedule.
Schedule.
I have to
Yeah.
check my schedule, and I think it will be fine.
I have a range day. We'll shoot guns, smoke cigars.
Friday he'll be here for a grill and chill.
That's another thing I did a lot in France. That's shooting because I'm working with a range, and so I'm talking a lot about guns on my channel. So it will be a pleasure to do it.
Awesome. Oh,
Yeah, and please, Oliver is one of my dearest friends, our dearest friend, and
Yeah.
you guys would get along great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we have
he's
plenty of
coming
firearms
in
for you.
next week so he can be part of the range day,
Yeah.
and we'll also be here at the shop.
Oh, great. With pleasure.
Love it.
Will you sign us off?
My
Yeah.
cigars? No. Oh, you what?
So if you'll say thank you for joining us at Cigar Talk Live, but say it in
In French?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the exactly?
Cigar Talk Live.
No, but what do I?
Thank you for joining us at
That's
Cigar
an
Talk
outro.
Live.
Cigars Talk Live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk Live. Ok.
Mhm.
Merci de nous avoir rejoints sur. There is now translation for Cigar Talk Live. Merci de nous avoir rejoints sur le talk show. We say talk
Yeah.
show in France.
Uh-huh.
So the talk shows des cigars.
Love it. Love you. Thank you.
That's exactly how I was
Yes.
going to say it.
There, guys. Thanks for joining.
C'est bon, bébé? It was good.
Lights on.
Very good.
Yeah.
Your English is excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
Yeah? You find it?
Yeah.
I try to be better and better each year. And you know what is funny? It's when I'm talking with English people, because I learn, basically, I improve my English in Texas. So when I'm talking with English people, they say me, you have half a French accent, half a Texas accent.
Good.
That's
That
funny.
was really good. Yeah.
What is Elias doing?
Sorry, I would just
Oh, they're
You know,
at the
check my
beach.
schedule.
They're on volleyball
Yeah.
courts.
Yeah. I'll send you
it's all
the
flooded.
date
Oh,
and time.
shit.
Yeah.
Just wading through the water there. I'm curious what he looked like at the end.
So,
From head to toe. Wait till he sits down.
Oh, he's going to.
you say it's a 15? No,
14.
14? It's okay, I'm free.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Perfect.
Orange Day. The Orange Day.
Yep.
Orange Day. Okay. Sounds great.
These are my children. That's my daughter Leah Presley,
Oh,
and then my daughter Alessia and my son.
they're cute.
They committed to that. My wife Ale. Oh, she's cute.
Do you think we did a good show compared to the other show? It's a good show.
Oh, it was a good show.
Perfect.
It was great.